Welcome to This Explainer. Today we are unpacking a really vital, but honestly often totally overlooked detail: the massive difference between booking a standard meeting room and a purpose-built training room. Now, I know it might sound like a minor logistical thing, but as we're going to see from the source material today, the physical space you choose can literally make or break your entire event. I mean, let's start with a highly relatable scenario. Have you ever been stuck in a stuffy, cramped room all day? You've got your laptop, a bulky workbook, maybe a lukewarm cup of coffee, and you're just wondering why you feel completely drained by 2 p.m.? Well, it happens way too often, usually because organizers accidentally book a space designed for a quick 1-hour chat rather than a full-day marathon of deep learning. So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with a tale of two rooms, then look at designing for deep learning. After that, we'll cover tech, fuel, and flow, move on to avoiding venue booking blunders, and wrap up with making the right choice. Let's get right into it. Section 1, A Tale of Two Rooms. It is genuinely fascinating to contrast what these spaces are actually built to do. A meeting room is all about short discussions. They're fantastic for board meetings, client briefings, quick project updates. You sit down, make a decision, and you leave. But a training room? That is a whole different beast. That space needs to actively support structured learning, skills development, and high levels of participation over several hours, or even several days. When you look at the metrics, the expansive needs of a training room completely outscale the minimal setup of a meeting room. Take duration, short bursts versus full multi-day sessions. Or technology. A meeting room might just need moderate Wi-Fi for one person presenting. But a training room? You need seriously high bandwidths because every single delegate is on a laptop accessing cloud platforms all at once. Even desk space jumps dramatically when you go from just jotting down notes to juggling laptops, workbooks, and group activities. Moving right along to Section 2, Designing for Deep Learning. Okay, so here is the crucial takeaway. Maximum capacity absolutely does not equal comfort. A room that perfectly fits 10 people for a 1-hour briefing is going to feel absolutely miserable when those exact same 10 people are in there for 8 hours. They need ergonomic seating, serious table space for their devices, and enough room for a facilitator to actually walk around and engage with them. You've got to design for physical movement and room flow. And the layout you choose directly dictates your learning outcomes. For instance, if your event involves heavy note-taking, individual laptop use, and everyone needing to look at a screen, the classroom layout is absolutely your go-to choice. It guarantees every single delegate has plenty of table space and a crystal-clear sightline to the presenter without awkwardly craning their necks all day. Conversely, if your goal is collaboration, think group work, or interactive professional development, the cabaret layout is exactly what you want. By seating delegates around circular tables with one open side facing the front, you instantly create these little micro-environments for teamwork, but it still allows the facilitator to easily command the whole room's attention when they need to. Now, for smaller groups where active participation, conversation, and direct engagement are the absolute top priority, the U-shaped setup is brilliant. It naturally draws every attendee right into the conversation and lets the facilitator step directly into the center of the group, which really breaks down that invisible barrier between teacher and student. Okay, on to Section 3, Tech, Fuel, and Flow. Let's talk tech, because a modern training room demands a robust setup. We're talking high-capacity Wi-Fi, because unlike a quick meeting, you've got multiple delegates interacting with cloud platforms and live polls at the exact same time. You also need dedicated presenter connections, confidence monitors, and, if you have remote learners, heavily tested hybrid capabilities. I'm talking proper room microphones and cameras, so those remote attendees aren't just treated as second-class citizens. But hey, tech isn't the only fuel your room needs. As our source points out, good catering helps delegates maintain energy and return to sessions ready to participate. If you've ever experienced that dreaded 3 p.m. blood sugar crash, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Continuous refreshments and carefully managed dietary requirements, whether vegan, gluten-free, whatever it may be, are absolutely vital to keeping everyone focused and energized. And speaking of energy, never underestimate the flow of the space outside those main doors. Breakout spaces are an absolute game changer. When delegates are absorbing complex information all morning, they desperately need a secondary environment to recharge, take a private call, network a bit, or do smaller group exercises before they dive back into the next intense learning block. Let's transition over to Section 4, Avoiding Venue Booking Blunders. So these steps are a masterclass in what not to do. The biggest red flag? Trying to force a full-day, highly interactive workshop into a standard meeting room. it is going to inevitably result in delegate fatigue, poor visibility, and just incredibly weak engagement. Remember, just because a room legally holds 30 people does not mean 30 people can comfortably learn in it for 8 hours. To protect your next event, consider this list your literal survival checklist. Make sure you ask the venue these exact questions before you even think about signing a contract. Don't just ask, "Hey, do you have Wi-Fi?" Ask if it can handle 30 laptops streaming videos simultaneously. Don't just ask about the room size. Ask if they have on-site technical support ready to troubleshoot a software demo right when it matters most.
Finally, Section 5, making the right choice.
When you actually prioritize a room that's designed specifically for long-term learning, you directly boost delegate comfort. Things like ergonomic seating, natural light, proper acoustics, climate control, they literally make longer sessions possible. And that boosts your facilitator's confidence because their tech works and they have room to move, which ultimately leads to vastly superior learning outcomes. The source material highlights Carstens as a prime example of a venue that gets this right, offering these purpose-built features across major cities like Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, and Adelaide. By providing flexible layouts, built-in AV, and dedicated on-site coordination, they show exactly what you should be looking for in a venue partner. It's a fantastic benchmark to use when evaluating any space. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to challenge your habits next time you have to organize an offsite workshop or seminar. Are you just finding a place to sit and talk, or are you actively designing for an outcome? Because as we've seen today, the right room doesn't just host an event, it elevates the entire experience. Thanks so much for joining me, and happy planning.